learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to Steadfast RC. Thanks for stopping by to watch another one of my videos. I got something pretty cool to show you today, but before I do, as you can see around me, I have a lot of FMS vehicles sitting out right here. I got the 1/6 scale Suzuki Jimny, the 1/6 scale MB Scaler, got the Hobby Plus Rock Band right here, and I got the FCX 24 right here. I'm excited to announce that in the near future, I'm going to be partnering up with FMS as a product reviewer. So pretty excited about that. Stay tuned to the channel and we'll see where that goes. I can't say too much about the partnership yet with FMS, but what I can tell you is I'll be getting a new product for review pretty soon that nobody has seen, and I think you guys are going to like it. So stay tuned to the channel for that. What I have to show you today, though, is the 1/10 scale 4x4 Atlas, brand new release from FMS. It's basically the 1/10 scale version of this guy right here. I got it in yellow. You can also get it in blue and orange, but I wanted it in yellow to match the one I already had here, the 24th scale. This is a very nice looking vehicle. All I have done so far is put a battery in it, ran around on the shop floor for like 10 seconds to check it out. And I figured I want to take a close look at it with you guys before I take it out there on the trail and rocks and get it all muddy and dirty. We'll look at it when it's nice and clean, because it'll probably never be this clean again. So let's hop over to the bench and we'll do a close-up look around this thing. Alright guys, so before we get into the rig itself, I'll show you what comes in the box. And actually, let me grab the box real quick. It's your typical really nice FMS Rock Hobby hard case box. As you can see, the rig just fits right in it if you want to store it like that. And you guys have probably seen these before, but these are the nicest boxes. They have plastic locks right there, a nice flexible handle. They're just super cool for transporting and storing your rigs in. Alright guys, so let's quickly run through what you get in the box besides the truck and the transmitter, of course, which is your standard Rock Hobby transmitter, same as on the MB Scaler or the Suzuki Jimny. Really nice 4-channel ready to run transmitter, does the job just fine. You have your dual rates, your trims, throttle reversing, steering reversing, all the stuff you would expect. You have a 3-position switch right here and a momentary channel 4 switch right here. You also get a functional spare tire, and you have multiple scale accessories. Here's the tire mount. Here is the fire extinguishers, which I will be wrapping these decals around right here. They give you these powder fire extinguishers decals to put on here. And you also get the mounts for them. You get a wheel wrench, of course. You can see the multiple different license plate options you have there and the multiple different decals. You also get the trailer hitch and some extra hardware. The trailer hitch, a lot of people probably aren't going to really put that on, but I'm definitely going to, and I'll show you why later on. So I'm pretty excited to deck this thing out with the included accessories. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that really fast. I'll probably speed up the video for you guys. We're going to mount the spare tire rack. When you guys are mounting the spare tire rack, it's not real obvious at first, but it only goes one way because the connectors are kind of facing out that way. If you try to do it the other way, it's not going to match up very well. And you could slide this thing potentially, you know, up or down depending on where you want the spare mounted. I'm thinking, let's see what this looks like right here. Right there looks pretty good. Then you can still have access to the bed, or you can slide it down if you want to lower your center of gravity. But I think for right now, I'm just going to leave it like that. There's a little baggie of hardware, and this screw is what mounts the tire to the mount right here. Alright, so we got one fire extinguisher mounted right there. I'm probably just going to put the other one on the opposing side, right about there. So just clip on these two mounts, one top and one bottom. Doesn't really matter where because you can move them around. They're flexible, they're not going to break. And then you can just slide the fire extinguisher into the top one, slide the bottom one on, turn the label wherever you want it. And man, that looks pretty cool. All right, so now that we got the fire extinguishers and the spare wheel mounted up, we're gonna go to the trailer hitch. Okay guys, so when you're putting on the trailer hitch, the pintle hitch here, that's gonna slide in to here and use your included Allen screw from the back side. It's gonna be easier if you flip this upside down like I have it here. Just go ahead and tighten this down. Don't go too tight because it's plastic, of course, like anything else. There we go. And you can flip it right side up again. This is the top of your pintle hitch. You can see the hole right there for the screw to go in. That goes right on top. Then you have your little Allen bolt that goes through. Doesn't matter what side. And then you got this little nut that looks like about, let me grab my 4mm driver. Yeah, it's a 4mm nut. So this is a 1.5mm Allen head bolt and a 4mm nut. You're going to want to go ahead and get these fairly tight. Not crazy because it's a small bolt, but you're going to want it tight enough to where the pintle hitch is a little bit difficult to move. You don't want it flopping around on there. And the reason that I'm installing that pintle hitch is because this thing's dirty. I have the trailer for the MB scaler that'll fit right on here. Check that out. Back up a little bit. So how cool is that? That's why they give you a pintle hitch, because Rock Hobby has this trailer available, which is a nice big trailer, and it'll go perfectly with this rig. Nice. Just going around this thing real quick. The tires feel nice and pliable. Look like they're going to be a good off-road tire. Probably pretty good on the rocks. If you look close, they got little sipes in them, so that's going to help them dig. The lights are functional. Actually, let me turn that on real quick and show you guys. There's the headlights. They got that nice kind of warm yellow that you would expect with this vintage style of body. The body mounts are really cool. You just pull out on each side, and they're just a kind of a clip system, so you don't have any body posts to worry about. And you can see right there, it hinges up in the front. Easy access to your battery and everything. Everything's all tucked in nice, out of the way. You got a 35 turn 550 size motor. Good to see that. Going around to the other side here, we see the ESC is a Hobbywing WP 1040 brushed ESC. And it's got crawler mode, LiPo, or nickel metal hydride mode. Actually going to switch this over to LiPo real quick here before I forget. You guys are going to want to make sure and do this if you're running LiPos. You can see the little diagram right there where the jumper should go. Stock, it comes in nickel metal configuration, so just jump that over if you're going to be running LiPos, or it could discharge your battery too much and damage it. The transmission out drive is right there. All metal, goes to a transfer case down to these beefy plastic drive lines with metal ends. These look like they're not going to wear out anytime soon. Those look like really high quality drive lines. And the transmission to transfer case is all steel. Oil-filled shocks on all four corners. And out of the box, it comes with a slight droop setup. You can see right there, if you let the weight go down, there's a slight droop. Same thing with the back. That'll be good for on the rocks. Give you a little bit more flex. If you need to, you can adjust them. Whatever you want to do, you can put thicker oils in them, thinner oil in it. Really nice scale details. I forgot to mention, look at this scale diamond plate right here. That's actual metal diamond plate. That looks really nice. Another cool thing is, look at the size of this bed right here. You could stack a bunch of batteries or whatever you wanted in there if you wanted to haul them around. Scale door handles, scale mirror, snorkel, exhaust stacks. It's just a really good looking rig. I'm just thinking of any questions that you guys might ask about this thing. It's got full ball bearings throughout the whole thing, so you don't got to worry about that. Oil shocks, straight axles. If you guys have any questions about this thing, definitely let me know and I'll answer them for you. So I can't really think of anything else for this quick look, guys. Let's take this thing out on the trail and see what it does. All right, let's run it. This is the start of the trail right here. This post wasn't here a while ago, but we're building a tree house up there, so there's a post now. Oh, one thing to mention is the steering dual rate comes turned way down out of the box on this thing, so you can go ahead and turn it up as long as it's not, you know, binding your servo. The steering radius is actually really good on this thing. It looks to be about 45 degrees or so just looking at it. I'm liking these tires already. I need to get out here and rake the trail. There's a bunch of sticks and stuff. Been doing a little bit of work on it lately. If you guys watch my videos, you'll know that this section right here is kind of like the litmus test for a crawler, especially that upper section right there. That's really pretty tough to get over. It's about a 45-degree angle. It's slippery and mossy and everything, so let's just see how this thing does. Low speed modulation is pretty good on this stock ESC. I'm not having to like really feather it, you know, or use really a ton of finger control. It's just crawling right up that. So I just had my Gen 8 out here on this exact same spot 2 nights ago, and it struggled way more than this thing getting up here. The Gen 8 had a way harder time right in that section. I think this thing has a longer wheelbase. It appears to be longer anyway. I'll have to measure it. This is the tough spot right in here. Right here is kind of what tells the story. Man, no problem. After it got off that rock right there where the axle was dragging, no problem. Barely spun a tire. Got hung up on that sharp ledge right there on the corner of that cement block. Really liking this thing so far, guys. So right here is kind of a technical downhill section, especially for 10th scale and larger rigs. You got to pick your way down through here. It's pretty steep. There's this big root right here, and it'll flip you pretty easy. Ooh, almost got me. Let's try the new technical rock section right here with it, guys. This thing's doing so good, I'm going to throw it right on there. That's the hardest section of rocks I have on the trail right now. Keep in mind, this is all stock. I just pulled this thing out of the box like half an hour ago, and we looked at it on the bench. Haven't done anything to it other than put a battery in it. Wow. We'll do a lot more running with it later on, but I'm going to stop because this video is going to get way too long if I don't. And this thing is comparing right up there or better with the Gen 8, which is kind of my trail truck that all others are compared to. This thing is doing better in stock form, so that says a lot. Alright guys, so I just got done running this thing out on the trail, and I can tell you it is very good. I'll be doing a separate review video after I have some more time to run this thing, just talking about the characteristics of how it handles and things like that. So stay tuned for that more in-depth video of how it runs. Thanks for watching, guys.